Primetime.
What time is it? Showtime Primetime.
It's XL Primetime, featuring Joe C.,
I reduced my toilet paper down to 3 squares.
Matt Hayes,
Big asses and big thighs, yeah.
and Leon Searcy.
Bringing you love, peace, and soul.
Oh, it's good to see the faces of XL Primetime back after a fun trip down the Bahamas. Now, look, I was surrounded by beautiful faces. I was with my family for a little cruise down the Bahamas, and we had a great time. But back, charged up, ready to go. Actually, maybe not charged up. I might have seen have that battery power you see on your phone just slowly go down.
Yeah.
Low batteries. Yeah, that came on a couple times for me as we went along, but had a great time.
Okay. Well, you have the drink package?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Had the drink package, tested it.
Sure.
Shocking.
Did you test it to its limits?
Yeah, but they didn't, as soon as you swipe the card, no siren started or anything like that.
Nothing like that.
You're cut off or anything like that.
Gotcha.
But no, we had a great time. So we had 3 kids, the 3 in-laws, the 2 grandbabes, Em and Lem, and just had a blast. The weather was great down in the Bahamas and loving it. So it was one of those things, and you can appreciate this, Leon, with the grandbabes on Brenda's side, just having that opportunity to have them all together at the same time. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you missed it last week. He was trying to get out of doing that over Christmas.
Yeah, it was. Absolutely.
How's that?
We have an update on
Well,
that.
he got caught.
So
we really have to update that.
Yeah, we have to update.
It's sad for
It is sad.
me and all men out there.
Is it
No,
a
it's
bat?
not.
Is
It's
it worth
actually
a
what,
bat
it's what
right
everyone
now?
thought,
Yeah.
actually. It's what everyone thought.
I thought you were going to hold your own and stand all 10 toes down. As the
It is
kids
worth a
say.
bat. Let's do
It
it
is
that
worth a
real
bet,
quick.
apparently. This is good.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
All right, so
First, set it up. First, set it up for Joe.
Here's the thing, Jay. The situation was this, all right? The Jaguars played the Cowboys 2 days after Christmas, right? So initially the fellas were like, look, my cigar buddy's like, listen, we're going to go to the game, just a boys' trip to Dallas for the game, right? So I
love
came,
that.
and everybody here, Matt, everybody on the text line was like, there's no way you're going to be able
Wait
to.
a second. You said, I'm going.
I said, I'm
He
going.
said, I'm going. It doesn't matter what Brenda thinks. I'm going.
When
That's
would
true.
you have flown out?
I was going to fly out Christmas night. Christmas night, all right? And believe it or not, Brenda didn't have a problem with that, despite what everybody else thought.
Did she give you one of
She
those?
was okay. She was okay with
Did
it,
she
right?
give you one of those? That's fine, baby.
No.
No, so he
Oh,
came
no.
on the
Much
radio
better.
and announced his plans before he even talked to
Even
anybody.
talked to her.
Exactly.
And she texted during the show and was like, we need to talk.
We need to
She
talk.
said we need to talk.
We need
And
to talk.
I said that was either, okay, baby, we need to talk, or okay, baby, we need to talk.
Well, here's the thing. Everybody wants to paint my baby into this bad light. She's
No!
a wonderful woman.
No, we're not
Very-
painting a bad light at
Very
all.
understanding woman, all right?
I got to
So
tell
when
you,
so-
immediately upon hearing that, I have played that hand before.
Exactly. So I had no problem with that. So I talked the big talk on the radio about I'm going. I don't care what nobody say. I'm going. Da, da, da. So I get to the cigar lounge with the fellas, and they approach me and say, "Hey, yeah, we making the trip plan and this and that." And my wife is doing that. I said, "Hey, who? What? Wait a minute. Your wife is doing? Yeah. We're going to bring the wives. Thank you, JJ. We're going to bring the wives to an all boys
A
trip.
couple's trip now.
Now
Now it's not a boys' trip
they took
anymore.
a boys trip.
It was a cowboy up trip.
They took a boys trip.
You just yelled at everybody.
Yeah,
To a
exactly.
couples retreat. Okay, and
That changed in an instant.
it changed
castrated that
It
trip.
did. It
Wait,
really
there's
did.
more to the
my
story
gosh.
now.
So I was disappointed, and I let these two know that I manned up. You know, I put my foot down. I ran my own bath water, and now I didn't. So
Translation?
apparently, I'm taking Brenda to the cowboy.
To the couples Cowboys
The couples
trip.
retreat cowboy game.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
So
No.
you guys both are saying peace to the family on Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one thing that immediately occurred to me is that at the very least, he did go back to the cigar bar with, you will always have leverage over the other guys because they're the ones who suggested it, not you.
Well, I went
Or
back.
they
to-
didn't even suggest it. They said it was happening.
Now, do you think Brenda might have put a call into one of them,
Maybe.
the wives,
Nah, she ain't
or
built-
text,
she
and
ain't
been
built,
like,
she ain't built like that.
okay,
She
good.
lets me travel, do it,
Yeah.
because I'm loyal and loving.
Yeah.
She ain't got no reason to not
It's
trust.
true. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
But it is still a couple's
It
retreat.
is a
now.
couple treat. Yeah.
Because when your friends become, like when your friends' wife. I try to do my best to make sure my friends, their wives, are not friends with my wife.
Yeah.
Like, not happening. I don't even want you guys to have the same phone numbers.
Don't know each other.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Like,
on that, bro.
we can, like, you guys can be friendly when we go to get-togethers. But besides that, you ain't hanging out.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Well, it is funny because then they start to that chit chat.
Exactly.
Yeah,
we don't need any of that.
It crosses party lines.
It does.
Yeah, and most of the time you come back, you say, and this is the classic. Hey, I went and seen, said hello to Captain Norm, Captain Ron, whoever. Come back. Well, what'd you guys talk about?
I don't know.
Probably sports.
Yeah.
Gators. So how many they're going to win?
Dude, I barely
Jaguars?
know what my own friends do for a living.
Well, yeah. Did you ask about so and so? How's Pam? I don't know. I didn't ask.
Oh, their relationship. Like, I don't care.
Well, did you ask if he was seeing anybody? Well, no, I did not. It's just that classic, just one after another. Well, what did you guys talk about? Not a lot.
Yeah.
That's
Football.
it. It's just
Aaron Rai.
gambling, sports.
How Aaron Rai wears 2 gloves and has iron covers.
That's the response every time my girl asks.
Yeah.
Football.
Exactly. Like one of the son-in-laws, we go down to the sports bar on the cruise ship, and we're hanging out for a good half hour while they're getting ready before we go to the dining room. What'd you guys talk about? Well, I don't know.
I barely talked to him.
Yeah, I think we were watching the PGA Championship, and we were probably talking about, is he going to make birdie here? Is he going to hit in the rough?
What was the TV situation on the cruise?
It was so
it's
up and
always
down.
hit or miss.
It very hit or miss.
Because they have their own, like, Caribbean ESPN channel.
Oh,
So
really?
you're like, what the hell's coming on this?
Really?
Yeah.
Cricket. Yeah.
That did crack me up because when I would do,
Interesting. I've never been on a
yeah,
cruise.
well, whenever, it's one of those all inclusive where you like.
It's
You don't-
very lazy, but it's
Yeah,
nice.
it's lazy, but you don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
You show up, they serve you, they take care of you. The drink package, like you want to talk about, hey, get a Corona for Nona. Okay, that was a very popular phrase.
Do
Get
they
a Corona for
overserve you?
Nona.
Do they overserve you?
If
No.
they don't judge you on a cruise, man.
No.
Mm-mm.
So they could
It's a
overserve you.
judge-free zone.
And like as an example, like you sit there and you're like, well, I don't know which of these 2 apps I want to get. Do I
I'll
wanna
get 'em
the
both.
Calamari. And he says, just go ahead and order both of them. No problem.
Oh, it's basically hedonism, is what you're
You
saying.
better believe it.
All
It's
right.
just-
Oh, yeah.
but it's
There's
just-
a lot of
all right.
bad bodies on a
Yeah.
cruise, especially by
That's
the end of
true.
the cruise.
That's true.
I did go to the gym
A
once.
lot of overserved.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did go to the gym once.
You went to the gym on the cruise?
Yeah, yeah. But
You
it's
got-
only because I knew I was going to get going.
Yeah, you're
later.
eating and you're drinking.
Yeah. So it's the sweat it out, get your 30, 40 minutes in, then come out. Feel a
So
little
was there
bit-
like live music on these?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Where'd
yeah.
you
Yeah,
stop
you
at?
would, you would enjoy a cruise.
Cover bands and stuff?
Yeah, cover bands. I think Don Jovi was there.
Jovi.
I'm pretty sure he was there.
Get out of
Maybe
here.
the Journey guy was there. How was Journey? It was good.
The journey was great.
Yeah,
man. It was
outstanding.
rocked out for 2.5 hours.
Yeah. See, so that's
Saw Baloo there, by the way.
yeah, yeah.
Baloo and Rick Alexander is one of his main sponsors of his show.
So
Who listens to the show religiously, by the way.
Yeah. Good
Our show.
old rock and roller. He is. That's for sure.
So
But-
where'd you guys stop at?
So we went just into. We didn't even get off the
Did you
ship.
get to Jamaica unlike Leon?
Yeah, we made it. We made it.
Wow.
But we just the off island, and it was so funny because Em and Lim, they're like, "Are we going to see a new country?" And so they want to check off their list of how many new countries they're going to get at ages 5 and 7. But we did not go into Nassau. We just kind of.
Oh, okay.
By the way, how did that
We've
not
been there
work for you?
before.
Yeah,
it's-
it's the
yeah.
same old.
Yeah.
How did your Trump card not work for you? You
You
twice
screwed me out of Jamaica.
screwed me out of Jamaica not once but twice. How did that not work?
I didn't use it. There was no need to use
You
it.
saved it.
I saved it. You never know when you listen. You don't just
Wow.
you don't just throw that in
That's
the arena
very-
all willy
That's
nilly.
very ninja of you right there.
Yeah.
You
We
just
talked
saved
about
it.
this last week.
Yeah.
With women, you got to use that card pretty quickly
Mm-mm.
because it can go
Right,
away.
'cause it
There's
filters
an
away,
expiration
man.
date.
Yeah, they'll forget.
Nah.
They'll forget.
Yeah.
We
No,
have no
I'll-
expiration
I'll
date.
keep it because I never
You
know.
may or may not have blown it.
I never
That's all
know.
I'm saying.
No, I never know what I mean. Really need.
Not just needed.
Nah, I'm not-
really needed.
Yeah, I'm not gonna shoot that jumper. It's
Yeah.
too easy.
Yeah, it's the truth. It's the truth. All right, so good weekend. Let's get into a little bit of the PGA Championship coming up here in just a second. As we said, I told him, telling Jaguars today that a man of Indian descent, born in England by way of Jacksonville, lives here, won the PGA Championship. So we will get into Aaron Rai, the rest of them, what happened there over the weekend. You have Cleveland Dispatching Detroit, now taking on the Knicks. You got the West and the East to look at, so we will do that with the association. Plenty of other things to get into. Aaron Rodgers, I don't know when he said it, but he finally said it. I'm back.
He's back
for another season up in Pittsburgh.
Plus Herb.
Yeah.
You got to get into Herb.
We got to get into Herb. So we will do all that as we roll on. Mocama Beer Company Monday. Thanks to Mocama Beer, they're up there in beautiful Fernandina Beach. They've got the tap room cranking. They serve breakfast and the baristas serving coffee every morning, so you can start your day off there, enjoy a nice breakfast, whatever you might want. And then, of course, you start serving craft at noon. They've got all sorts of special things going on. Great menu. So check it out, mocama.com. They are in Fernandina Beach on South 8th Street, or pick them up whenever you're shopping for great craft beer. Check out Mocama. Let's talk about Aaron Rai winning the Wanamaker Trophy.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford.
Start your engine.
When it's time for the ride home, Frank Franchi and Hayes Carline will keep your engine purring.
Your new BMW 750.
Afternoons on 1010XL.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey ham, melted cheddar and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative, letting you know that Hardball now offers web stores, so your employees can order their own branded gear, and you have more time for Wordle. Check it out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Don't miss the Bari Breakdown with Dr. George Bari on XL Primetime, Wednesdays around 1:35 for the latest in sports injuries from all the big names in the game. Who's MIA? Who's coming back? Dr. George Bari on XL Primetime, Wednesdays at 1:35 on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Your AC's broke, it ain't no joke. Call Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. FloridaHomeAC.com.
Hacker here. How many of you remember hearing about 40 by the 4th last year? Thought about making the call to Awaken 180 and then didn't? Then Independence Day rolled around, you hadn't lost a pound, kicking yourself for not pulling the trigger when you heard the ad. I've been there on plenty of other stuff in life, so no judgment. But here's the difference this year. Awaken 180 just launched Reclaim, a 10-week plan with a real start, a real finish line, and one clear goal. 40 pounds by the 4th. Not eventually, 10 weeks mapped out, and then free support for life. You all know my results with Awaken 180. You can have the same. Celebrate Independence Day 40 pounds lighter, cold beer, and a burger in hand, thanking yourself that you made the call to Awaken 180. And you won't be the only one. Hayes has a buddy jumping on board, and our sales guy Greg just told me he is making this his year. Call 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
When you're injured, you need more than legal advice. You need someone who truly cares. I'm Chris Campione, and at Campione Law, I take pride in what we do. You're never just another case. We take the time to listen, guide you through the process, and fight for your recovery every step of the way. And remember, you pay nothing unless we win. Zip, nada, nothing. Learn more at CampioneLaw.com. Offices, Jacksonville and St. Augustine.
Count on Campion, Campion Law.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. By now, everyone has heard about saving money on their energy bills. There are all sorts of things you can do to cut energy costs, but most people don't think about their windows.
But Window World knows that the biggest energy loss in almost every home is the windows. There is more energy loss from old builder-grade windows than just about anything else in your home.
You can upgrade your heating and air, your appliances. That's good too. But before you do all that, upgrade your windows to Window World's energy-efficient windows.
Window World's windows are easy to clean, energy efficient, and have the best guarantee in the business.
Window World's slogan is simply the best for less, and we mean it. You get great American-made windows, and you get to keep more of your money when you buy from Window World. Need any more reasons to buy your windows from Window World? Call them today and set up your free in-home estimate, or go online to windowworldneflorida.com. Window World, simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
That was exquisite.
Mondays on XL Primetime, brought to you by Mokama. Check out their great craft in the tap room in Fernandina Beach.
It was pretty unbelievable. You may not have known much about Aaron Rai if you knew him at all, if you were a casual PGA Tour fan, but you were looking for a signature moment, whoever was going to hoist the Wanamaker Trophy, and you got it at 17. Big par 3, opposite side of the green, a big spine in the center of the green. You had to go from one side over, traverse that little rise in the green, then it starts to fall and breaks toward the hole, all of 68 feet, and holes the putt and goes up, I think, by 3 at that point, goes to 9 under par, and that was it. That was all she wrote. Right about the time he's making that, John Rahm makes a birdie at 16. You're thinking maybe Rahm can catch him, but that was, as the call was, an unbelievable putt.
Very little celebration after that.
No,
none.
Like I used to always say, Retief Goosen was the classic Iceman, the no pulse Goosen. He had no pulse, never ever showed emotion. He won 2 U.S. Opens showing 0 emotion. And that's how they want to operate. They don't want that heartbeat to get up there.
I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of rooting for Justin Thomas when he finished at 5 under. I kind of wanted to play off. He balled out.
He was sitting for like 3 hours.
Yeah, he was sitting for
Did you happen to catch the story on social media?
Yes.
It was so funny. He just tells a quick story that he said he had a clubhouse lead once before, and they said, how do you pass the time waiting as a clubhouse leader? You might be the clubhouse leader as things unfold because people were losing shots. And so he's in the interview or in the press conference, and he basically says, yeah, I had a situation once before, I think it was the Travelers. Jim Furyk goes out and shoots a 58. He said, but I'm sitting there wondering whether or not I'm going to be in this tournament later. He said, so I went and Buddy comes and meets me in the clubhouse. He said, the next thing you know, I drill about 5 beers for lunch. Because he said he was out early, and he said his caddy had taken off to go to Subway and was an hour away. And all of a sudden, people start coming back to the pack.
Yeah.
And he didn't know whether, he said, I'm not doing that again, which was classic.
Well, let me ask you a question, Joe. Is it proper etiquette to want them to drop shots?
I think everyone would suggest that you shouldn't do that.
You can't show it on camera.
You can't show it on camera, but in your mind, you're like,
yeah, you're nooning them.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, you're straight out of Caddyshack. You're nooning.
Now, on Sunday, way earlier, Kurt Kitayama shot a 63, which is the lowest final round in major history. It's tied with a lot of people, but obviously this is only being a par 70. Not as impressive as some.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming when that happened, I'm like, well, people are going to go crazy low today. You know, the winner's going to be like 11 under or something like that. It wasn't like that at all. As the greens hardened and stuff, man, these guys really had issues all week. I thought the course was phenomenal. I loved seeing a U.S. Open style pin placement. These guys were super pissed. You heard Scotty crying on Friday or Saturday about it. It was just, I love when the players get upset.
Yeah, and that, so his was a 63 because the best is a 62 from Xander. I'm almost positive it was Xander who did it.
Well, this was the best final round in a major.
Okay.
Yes, not best round.
Yeah, so that sounds like that is just, like you just said, a par 70, which still, it's so funny how you can sit there and go, wait a minute. Is it harder to shoot a 63 on a par 70 or on a par 72? We only have so many par 5s. So you can kind of come at it a couple of different ways. But anyway, like you said, it was just an unbelievable round from Kitayama.
So when the greens are like that, what's more important, your approach or your putting?
I would think, they always say, putt for dough. Okay, drive for show, putt for dough. But you still have to land it in the right spots. But the fact that these guys made cross green putts, because think about what Aaron Rai did at 9 to make eagle was about what? A 50-plus footer, would you say? I would say a 50-plus footer
at least,
for eagle.
Yeah.
And then a 68-footer for a big bird at 17 to take that lead to the last hole up by 3 shots. So that's
I'll give you an example of how important putting is. So Cam Smith yesterday, who, by the way, missed 6 straight major cuts, and he was in contention all day, but he's still known as one of the best putters in the world. He didn't 2-3-putt any hole the entire tournament until like 18 or 17 yesterday, which made him drop a shot.
Right.
But he had been missing greens and fairways like crazy.
Yeah.
So it just shows, like, if you have a good putter going, that's going to make up for a lot.
The other
'Cause
thing
he
that
finished like tied 4th.
The other thing, and he played, like you said, he hadn't made any cuts in
been
majors.
terrible
He
for
had been a
years.
forgotten guy that had gone to live and all this kind of stuff. But the other thing that got me as he was going along yesterday, he had some bad reads. And even though he didn't 3-putt, he was missing
barely
his mark. Like, actually, there were a couple of them they were like a foot wide.
No, but I'm saying his speed was perfect.
Yes,
though.
yes.
Like it was,
He
but
just-
yeah, you're right.
He could not see the line for whatever reason. I don't know. I didn't see enough of the first 3 days.
There was a lot of guys that were confused all first 3 days, bro.
Yeah.
Like there was multiple. So Bryson was so confused about everything. He was terrible.
Yeah.
But there was one putt in particular on Friday that people were referring to when they were talking about how confusing it was for the players. He's like putting from off the fringe, maybe like a 15-footer. And he immediately after he hit it, he like throws his hand to the left, like, oh, why is it doing that? And it went in. It's like they had no freaking idea.
Wow.
Scotty was the one who really was like, these are absurd pin placements and da-da-da-da. And, of course, on Saturday, they made it a lot easier right after that, which really pissed me off.
Right.
What'd you think about Rory yesterday, which just shows this is why I hate Rory.
I know you do. I know.
They chant U.S., God forbid, these drunk Philly fans
They're
who were
gonna do it
being
all the
drunk
time.
the entire tournament, but they were as well behaved as you could expect. One of them, after Rory shanks a shot, hits it in the bunker. It's towards the end of the day. Rory's pissed. And all he does was say USA. Rory turns around with this smug face and gets him kicked out of the tournament.
I saw that.
I'm like, dude, this is why nobody likes you.
I didn't know that he just said USA.
Oh, yeah.
But I saw him pouring his club at him.
Right.
And his security go get somebody.
And I've seen a number of players that will get guys tossed, which is it just forget about it. Stay in your little arena because it ain't going to change. And like you said, that's Philadelphia in a heartbeat.
And that's nothing for them.
They ain't taking that from the old
that was
veterans.
mild.
Plus, right, if that gets you sideways, I mean, you got bigger problems.
Yeah, exactly. You can't do that. And he was sideways he drove it pretty well for the most part. But anyway, hit a lot of shots into the rough yesterday.
I thought he was going into Sunday. He was my pick to win.
Yeah,
it wasn't Alex Smalley.
Yeah, he shot. What did he shoot? 65 on Friday. Does that sound right?
He was like, and on Saturday he was pretty decent.
Yeah,
like he was 3 under going into Sunday. You know, we had that huge group at 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then Alex Smalley, he was 2 up at 6. And like, even though he was 2 up going into Sunday, I didn't give him much of a shot. Like Aaron Rai was a huge underdog, but Smalley was the actual underdog. You know, he never won anything ever.
No, and totally different example of guys where they were at in their career. But this is a young guy trying to win for the first time. You go back to the players when Tiger won it, I want to say in 13, and Alex Cheka was in the final group. and Alex Cheka he was leading. He was in the final group leading, and you might as well, every shot he made, you might as well have heard that reverse. Boop, boop, boop. Because he was just backing up. And we were all trying to handicap the tournament. Is Tiger going to be able to get it done? Well, we can guarantee you, playing next to Tiger, Alex Cheka is just going to throw in reverse. He's going to be gone. And he was gone pretty fast. Then Alex Smalley doubled, what was the 4th hole?
But he fought back.
Yeah, he did.
He also did that on Saturday. I know you couldn't see it on the boat, but on Saturday, it looked like, oh, this guy's falling off. They'll never show him again on TV. This is the last time we're going to see him on TV.
Yeah.
And he didn't. And 9 was like the miracle. It saved him a couple times.
Wow.
Yeah, you know,
Well,
I believe that's the second or the first par 5.
Yeah, the first par
so
5.
we were not supposed to root for Smalley since he hasn't won anything.
Exactly.
Well,
That's how golf rooting is.
I don't get that.
You want a guy to win a major who's won a major or is up in contention for major. You don't want a total. I'm just telling you how golf fans think.
Wow. Okay.
Well, you're. What
so
is it?
I guess
I'm just telling you people are weird if that's
everybody's
how you
not
think,
invited to the club. This
Well,
man's
you
just
don't
trying to
want
get
to
into
be.
the club.
It's like how you are with college football.
Well, there's two different categories. Yeah, nobody wanted Indiana into this party.
I did.
Well, you really didn't want Tulane. To win.
Right, I didn't want
playoff.
Tulane.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's two different categories. You'll go into the next major, which will be the U.S. Open, and it'll be the best player not to have won a major. Okay, so that's a category that you could say,
Cam Young,
hey,
Oberg.
I'd love to see him win because he's already won on tour, but he hadn't been able to punch his ticket in a major
Golf
setting.
fans love those guys.
Whereas if you have a Steve Jones, a Sean McKeel, you can go down the line with the guys that have only won. That's the only thing they ever won. They stole the spotlight, had a great week, and for Sean McKeel is at the PGA, hit an unbelievable shot into the last hole to win it, and then you never heard from him again. You didn't hear from him before. You never heard from him again.
It belittles the tournament to a degree.
Yeah,
and you worry about that happening in a major.
Okay, so let's make this the 10-10 take in an instant because at the very least, this paints a picture.
Now, Josie's 10-10 take. Serviced by Valvoline Instant Oil Changes. Oil changes in 15 minutes or less. Guaranteed.
All right, so let's do this in an instant just like they do. You look at the leaderboard when it was all said and done, and not counting Aaron Rai, there were 6 major title holders in the top 10. Now, that counts for something in my book because Aaron Rai was able to fend off and do enough to win over the likes of John Rahm, who finished second, Justin Thomas, who finished top 5. You can go to Cam Smith, top 7, Rory right there with him, Xander right there with him. Those are all major title holders. So in the end, now that Aaron Rai has his first, that's 7 major title holders in the top 10. So that means he went up against some classy competition and was able to outlast them all. That's the 10-10-10.
Yeah, I mean, he held form. I mean, because I don't know if the guys look at the leaderboard or not, but when he had the lead, you have to be paying attention to who the guys are behind you.
Yes.
And then you still got to maintain your composure.
Exactly. And you expect sometimes when they haven't been in that moment, he makes the big birdie at 17. He's going to get to the tee at 18 and whatever, just have a let-go shot, block it or whatever, piped it. Piped it. So that's when you knew, okay, this guy's got that stealing.
Are you like JJ when you think that because he won, it kind of minimizes the tournament?
No,
I don't think Aaron Rai winning. I was saying
it would have been Alex Smalley.
If Alex Smalley would have won.
Yeah. And
but just because he had one prior?
Yeah, he's a nobody. He's not going to do anything in his career. He's 30.
Do you think if Alex Smalley won, that would have minimized the tournament?
It certainly would not have elevated it.
But Aaron Rai is the guy that golf fans know. Everybody knows Aaron Rai.
And I agree with
Are you guys communists?
Dude, this is how it is. See, non-golf fans don't even know.
Let me give you.
Nobody wants Alex Smalley winning a freaking major, bro. Go win the John Deere and come back next year.
Let me give you categories, okay? Let me give you categories.
Oh my God, how elitist of you.
Go win the Valspar first.
Hey, you step away from the Quad Cities
I'm not
area,
saying
okay?
I hate this tournament, but that's the level of tournament I want a guy to win before he wins a major.
So let me give you categories. You do want a guy that, like Brooks Koepka is a great example.
Wait, hang on real quick. So when Tim Smith ran for like 190 for the Redskins and they won the Super Bowl, that wasn't good for you guys. You guys hated that.
Well, it was the Redskins that were still good to get there.
Yeah.
But he's still a nobody.
You can't talk
He was
about
still the
team
MVP.
sports.
Yeah, but
he was the MVP.
Team, but it's a team. And guess what? You never heard from Timmy Smith again.
Look at you guys. You guys are all massaged.
You hear me?
What you think? Yes, so what?
I'm an elitist. Deal with it.
Yeah. And here's the other part of it. Here are the categories, okay? You want a guy that has won other things.
By the way, Tim Smith ended up being great on Tecmo Bowl. Great.
Yeah. But I'm
So
thinking
he's got that going for him.
I'm thinking of Tim. You made me think of Tim Clark. Tim Clark won the Players. He did nothing other than that. And it's just unfortunate, but that's the way it is.
He's got that in his bag now. The rest
Stephen
of his life.
Ames did nothing other than that. But the other guy I was going to say, if you have a John Daly that comes out of nowhere that drives 9 hours smoking heaters and drinking caffeinated drinks all the way from Arkansas up to Cherry Hills or wherever he won, then he steals the stage.
And he also had a career after
and he stays there.
Alex Smalley isn't going to go win another major.
There just aren't enough of those types of guys.
Not that guy.
Yeah. And so those are the ones you're talking about. Ricky Fowler had been accused of not being able to win the big one. He comes here. he just starts throwing darts at the pin at 17 and becomes a key figure in the game by winning the Players. He had just been voted the guy with, what was it?
Most overrated player on
most
tour.
overrated. And he goes out and wins it because he needed to.
So your assessment is you can't just come win and go away, basically.
Well, you can, but we hate that.
They hate that.
And we hate you.
Okay.
We want guys to stick around, because that's what moves the meter in the game of golf.
So had Daly not won the Open, to follow that up, he would have been what? What
No,
would
but
have
he
been?
had a good whole career after that. Even if he didn't win another major, as long as he just had the career that John Daly did have, and like Joe said, he's such a character.
Yeah, he stole the charm that anyone else that was trying to win that golf tournament that had done way more than he had, he stole all that and he owned it from that point on. He was a cult hero after he won that. And here's the other one. Phil Mickelson, before he had won a major, was asked, would you rather have John Daly's career? And maybe this was a question posed to John Daly because he had won 2 and Phil hadn't won 1 yet. And John said, I'll take Phil. I would take Phil's career over mine any
All right,
day.
I just want you guys to remember this.
Mm-hmm.
In
We probably
in
won't.
4 years, 3 years,
sure.
whatever. In 3 years, when it's a 24-team league, and 22 of the 24 teams are SEC and Big Ten, that you guys don't. That's all it is. It's the big guy tournament.
Well, we're okay with that because that's what we do
Okay.
want. We want the big boys.
You'll be whining about, how come Tulane's not in?
No.
How come
We
Georgia
won't.
Tech's not in?
We won't.
No.
How come Kansas State's not in? They're unbeaten. Why would you put them in?
I always root for the Wildcats.
You
I
guys
was
will-
cheering for
you guys will
Oberg.
100% do that.
I was cheering for Oberg because it's a guy who's an elite level guy, but he has yet to win a major.
And he's already won on tour.
Lots of times.
Yeah, that part. He's won twice. That's a
Oh,
big,
is it only
big.
twice?
Yeah, but
he's
still, it's a
always
big deal.
around.
Hey,
Yeah.
and just look what he did on the Ryder Cup.
He's always around.
He is. He's shown that he can compete at major after major after major.
Oberg has an A in front of his name, right?
Yes,
Okay.
with a circle over the A.
All right.
It's that symbol
It's
you
not
can't
like
find on
Bobby
your
A.
keyboard.
Bear. It's Oberg.
Oberg. All right.
And I say Oberg.
Oberg.
It's XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
Pages in your mailbox right now.
Did you know there's local savings sitting in your mailbox right now? Money Pages is packed with real coupons from your favorite local businesses. Save money at restaurants like Al's Pizza, on pet care at Forever Vets, and on entertainment for the whole family at the Alhambra Theater. Plus, make sure to download the Money Pages app for savings on the go.
Pages in your mailbox right now.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Repairing or replacing your roof is a pretty big investment. So when that time comes, you can trust my parents at Endless Summer Roofing. Visit EndlessSummerRoofing.com for a free quote. Endless Summer Roofing, protecting your home from Florida's endless summers.
Whether you're undertaking a major home renovation or just a simple repair request, American Electrical is your 5-star Jacksonville-based electrician to get the work done right. Experienced design building department working seamlessly with their electrical contracting department to help you create beautiful lighting spaces and electrical plans that make your house flow. And remember, with American Electrical, it's wired right at a fair price. Call American Electric at 737-7770. Look for that red, white, and blue eagle on the side of their truck, and you'll know it's American Electrical.
Sporting Jacks is hosting its first ever home playoff match in year one. The women take center stage in a Gainbridge Super League semifinal at Hodges Stadium on Sunday, May 24th at 5 p.m. We're bringing playoff soccer straight to Jacksonville. This isn't just a match. It's a moment in city history you won't want to miss. Tickets start at $25. Get yours at sportingjacks.com or call 904-863-KICK. Sporting Jacks. Pro soccer. Pro Jacks.
Make Capital Glass and Shower Doors your premier choice for top quality glass solutions. With over 40 years of expertise, their team specializes in commercial and residential projects. From elegant shower doors to modern frameless enclosures, they've got you covered. But that's not all. They also offer glass railing systems, glass wine cabinets, and much more. For unmatched quality and service, choose Capital Glass and Shower Doors. Your vision, their expertise. Visit online at capcoglass.com.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Hey Jacksonville, this is Dr. George Bari. Bari Orthopedics is your choice when it comes to an injury. We're here for you and your loved ones to deliver excellent treatment and care fast the first time. Trust your care in our hands. Get same-day appointments for your injuries with 3 locations. If it hurts, ask us first. Bari Orthopedics.
Be sure and check out the expertise from Dr. George Bari and the entire staff at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
Hey, it's Brent with Arcosa Crushed Concrete. If you've got concrete or asphalt rubble on your site, let me buy it from you, and I will recycle it into construction material for your future projects. Arcosa Crushed Concrete. Get paid for what you don't need.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's team time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Share the night, it goes on and on and on and on. Strangers, reds in, up and down the boulevard.
Mondays on XL Primetime, brought to you by Mokama. Check out their great craft in the tap room at Fernandina Beach.
Mokama Beer Company, you will love them. Just head on in there. You can, of course, look for Mokama, Total, ABC, wherever you're shopping for some of that great craft that is produced locally. Check them out. And you can, of course, find that tap room up on Fernandina Beach, South 8th Street. As you're entering the historic area, we'll be there before you know it, but drop on by. Now, we did our schedule release video earlier with XL Primetime. You're seeing it on our 1010XL social channels with all the different shows predicting where we think this football team is going to go. Take me back to Thursday night, Big Sirs. By the way, we were kind of duped on the ship about the hair cutting, okay? We thought it was like limited as far as what we could see with the schedule release. Why are you frowning like that?
You believed it?
Yeah. Well,
didn't know. Why would you be limited? Why would you be limited on anything with the ship?
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't believe anything there. But when I first saw just the hair fall on the floor, and we had talked about that one rumor that had been swirling around social media, what was it, a month and a half ago, that Trevor had cut his hair. I'm like, he actually did it. Now, keep in mind, I was in my cups, all right? I was knee deep in lime and
See, I wouldn't have
Coronas.
thought that about you.
Yeah, and so when you saw it, like, oh my God, he cut his hair, and then all of a sudden you got one phone that's got internet, and you're showing it to the whole group, whole family. Well, it turns out the son-in-law, the Titan fan that he is, knew that it wasn't real, but he was making us think it was real. So what did you think when you first saw?
No, I thought it was fake news.
Yeah, forget about
I didn't want him as my quarterback with that haircut.
Well, he looked like Simcoe from The Turn when he finally got the haircut. And I'm thinking
He looked like Ellen DeGeneres.
He can't represent.
I kind of like that too.
Yeah, I was like, you can't represent us like that, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know what you need to do.
It didn't work.
Can't do that.
I should have
You made
immediately
you
said,
shave and start over because that ain't working.
It is.
I should have immediately said that ain't a dude's wig. That's a chick's wig. But it just didn't look real. And we ended up finally, of course, figuring it out. But
that was a good way of still in the spotlight a little bit. But Jacksonville putting that together.
Yeah,
whoever did.
Yeah, I think they do such a great job when it comes to social media. The PCAS, the Candace of the world, they do an awesome job. And Trevor had fun with it. And they showed it.
They stole the show. That's literally stole the schedule reveal show, all 32 teams.
Yeah, classic. So when you see it roll out, and we did our schedule release video that will be posted a little bit later on, but you immediately, what do you go
What
through?
jumped out?
Yeah.
What jumped out was what Matt had mentioned. 7 of the last 10 games on the road. That's going to be a tough lift.
Not easy.
But it's going to be the time period during the season when you got to be locked in. You absolutely got to be locked in because that time in November and December, a little bit of January is when you make that push for the playoffs. So the fact that they got to go on the road,
right,
and got to be locked in, I like that. I like that approach.
And I think whenever a head coach, and we'll probably ask one of our coaches, Coach Duff will be in with us tomorrow, how you start to approach it with your position group or with your team room, whenever you're going, like how do coaches approach that when it first comes out?
Well, I mean, I talked about this last week where this team is no longer the hunter; they're the hunted.
Yeah.
How do they respond to that? Because every game they play from now on, you're the Jaguars that went 13-4. They're coming after you. So I mean, you're going to have to swing a big bat because they're throwing pitches at
you better believe
they
it, bro.
coming at you. They're coming at you, and I want to see how this team is going to respond with teams. I'm not going to say something crazy like every team is a Super Bowl, but you're going to get every team's best because the way you played last year, and I want to see how they respond to it.
By the way, there's Jimmy Shapiro over at betonline.ag. They already have lines out every game.
Oh yeah.
Every game.
Jacksonville's a 7.5 point pick over Cleveland.
No,
right
I
now.
mean,
I know. I'm just saying,
entire season.
I know. I'm just saying, just to start out though, already a 7.5 point pick there. And I'm guessing, how many would you say their favorite is?
So far they've released the AFC East and the NFC East, and the Jags are a 1.5 point favorite against the Patriots in the AFC East, and against the NFC East, which they play all 4 teams.
Right.
They are a underdog on the road against the Cowboys. They're favored against the Giants. They're an underdog in London against the Eagles by 2.5.
Right. Somewhere around a field goal would make sense to me.
By the way, 1.5 point favorite over the Giants, 2.5 point dog against the Cowboys. And the Commanders, Jags are a 3.5 point favorite.
I'm a little surprised. I kind of felt like that might be a little bit more, but you don't know how. That's way into the schedule.
They probably don't want to overexpose themselves with a crazy big number this early.
Yeah, you're right. They'll kind of hover around a field goal is what it sounds like. Get action going if they can. But so did you count up wins or did you count up L's? What was the first thing you did?
I counted wins.
Okay.
I absolutely counted wins. And I got the Jaguars winning a lot of games. When I initially saw the schedule,
right,
I had them at the bye at 5-1.
Okay.
And then that's JJ brought it up. 5-1, and you haven't even played the Texans. I mean, you haven't even played the Titans or the Colts.
Right.
You got them twice.
Yeah, exactly.
So that could be 9. That's 9-1.
Yeah, teams that you think if you take control of those games, you take control of the division. Did you count L's or dubs?
I counted L's.
Yeah,
I
don't think
it's easier.
Like that's kind of also in mind. Like, wait a minute, where are the?
I started
hiccups?
to count the W's, and I'm like, all right, I'm at 8, 9. Wait, did I have 10 or 11? So I was like, no, I'm just counting L's. It's easier.
Right.
And so last Friday I was at 12-5, and then we did it today, and I finished 13-4, and yeah, I think 13-4 and the 1 seed.
If they get to the 1 seed,
and I am not like teal and gold like you. I'm not waving pom poms.
Right.
But I think they've got a chance. I don't think that's a schedule as difficult as people think it is. That's number one. I mean, everybody's worried about the Bears game on their. Why? They're a better team.
Well, if you look at a lot of situations where home field does come into play, I watched enough.
It's an early November game.
I know, but I've watched enough of the Bears, Taylor Dahl's Chicago Bears, where I keep thinking there's no way they're going to win this game. There's no way they're going to win this game. There's no way and they win the game. They always come up with something late.
Plus, do the Eagles really scare you? I mean, are you thinking, wow, the Eagles are such a good team?
No,
Why?
they don't. But that's the same kind of team, is that they always seem to manufacture or come up with something late. Now, this team started to figure that out last year. They didn't lose fourth quarter ball. They started to win fourth quarter ball. And that's what you got to.
I think the only team, Leon, that I think has like a decided advantage against them, and it's only because it's a Thursday night game, it's on the road, is the Ravens.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think it's.
Yeah, the Ravens game.
Yeah, the short work week, the home team, usually you're going to gravitate to them.
Yeah.
And especially depending on what Jesse Minter, the new head coach, does up there. El Boogie, as you always say, Leon, that's still Lamar flipping Jackson.
He's still a problem. It's still a problem.
He's still a big problem. Man.
All right. So you guys let us know. You had a weekend to kind of chew on it. Record, prediction, any of that stuff, hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures right here on XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway. Hayes Carline and Ryan O'Halloran are bringing opinion, insight, and edge with the lead.
4 to 6 Friday afternoons on 1010 XL.
Bring your home back to life with Zero Res, a fresher clean that you can actually feel. This month, take 25% off all services, hardwood tile, LVP, carpet, air ducts, and more. Visit ZeroResJacksonville.com and tell them 1010XL sent you.
After attending a Saturday Bumps and Bruises clinic by Southeast orthopedic specialists, my son's hip and shoulder issues were diagnosed quickly, and he's back playing. As a busy family, we really appreciate their prompt attention.
I've been having knee problems for probably 6 months, and I had heard about Southeast Orthopedics on the radio, and I gave them a call. They got me right in. Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. It was painless, and it's been doing fantastic.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
How many Major League Baseball players have played exclusively for the Yankees and the Mets?
When you file a claim with Southern Oak Insurance, we schedule one of our trusted vendors to work directly with you, which means a faster claim resolution. Find out more at southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Just 6 Major League players have played exclusively for the Yankees and the Mets, including the famous Yankee catcher Yogi Berra.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Ready to join the team? The Jaguars and our stadium partners are hosting a job fair Wednesday, May 20th. We're looking for enthusiastic new faces to serve as ushers, ticket takers, concessionaires, security, and more. Stop by the Prime Osborne Convention Center and apply on May 20th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Professional dress, a pen, and a smile are all you need. There are 1,000 spots to be filled for the 2026 season, so join us and be a part of the Jaguars game day team.
Mortgage rates have dropped. They're expected to move lower. Home sales momentum is building. So now's the time to get your home ready to maximize your sales price. It's time to call Chad and Sandy, the proven experts to sell your home. Maybe you have concerns about putting your home on the market and getting it sold. Well, let me alleviate those for you. There's a real quick solution. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold or they will buy it. Call 414-6200 or go to chadandsandy.com. You'll find out for yourself. Chad and Sandy, the local real estate experts I trust and recommend with the sale of your home or mine. Using their proprietary Market Max system, Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Anthony and Mary in Palmco said, we needed to sell our home to move closer to family, but low cash offers weren't cutting it. Since we'd only bought a year earlier, options felt limited, but not for Chad and Sandy. Call Chad and Sandy today, or log on to chadandsandy.com.
I'm Chris Campione. Auto accidents can leave you feeling lost and overwhelmed. But at Campione Law, we're here to guide you with a personal touch through every step of the process. We don't get paid unless you get paid. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campion. Campion Law.
Hey, it's Greg. So, quick update on my path to lose 40 by the 4th with Awaken 180. 2 weeks in, and honestly, it's been outstanding. I'm already down 13 pounds. Had to tighten the belt a notch. Friends and coworkers here at 1010XL are starting to notice. You know, it's funny nowadays when somebody loses weight, everybody just kind of assumes, oh, you're doing the shots. Well, nah, that wasn't for me. I didn't want injections, pill supplements, or chemicals just to kill my appetite. I needed a real lifestyle change, learning better habits with an actual coach and a real plan. Because here's the thing. I'm busy, I'm always on the road, and it's easy to grab whatever's fast and convenient. But I finally decided to stop making excuses, especially after finding out I'm going to be a grandpa. And that lose 40 by the 4th concept was just the push I needed, and it's working. I'm eating, losing weight, and actually enjoying the process. How often do you hear a guy say that? So do it with me. Call today, and today is the perfect time to start getting healthy with a custom weekly plan. Call 844-346-1800 or at awaken180weightloss.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Mondays on XL Primetime, brought to you by Mokama. Check out their great craft in the tap room at Fernandina Beach.
All right, sailing along. Noon hour, XL Primetime. Joe C., Matty Hayes, Big Sirs, JJ Lassell.
This is a banger, by the way.
Yeah,
They
banger.
crushed this. Crushed it.
What was the set list? Like, when did they play?
Everything.
Who's,
They played
Don't
something
Stop Believing.
from their very first album they played. Don't Stop Believing, I think it was third to last.
This was Journey at the Arena.
No, it was fourth to the last.
Saturday night?
Did they only play it
Saturday
once?
night. Yeah, they only played it
Okay,
once.
good.
Then it was this one, Separate Ways. Then they Love and Touch and Squeeze. And then they finished with Any Way You Want It.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That was a good rock anthem. Definitely good rock.
Yeah, I mean, it was. They did stuff from the first album. It was phenomenal.
So they have that new
2.5
singer,
hours.
right?
Yeah.
Or
Well, no, Arnel Pineda's been with him forever, but they're letting the drummers sing some now, and they added like a second keyboard player who sings a couple songs. So basically what they're trying to do is give Arnel's voice a little break because he's like 60-something. And, I mean, have you seen David Lee Roth, by the way?
No.
Dude, oh, my God.
Is that an oh, my God, as in bad or good?
Oh, my God. It's horrific, okay?
No.
Like
First
Keith
off,
Richards would beat his butt in a UFC challenge or in a ring.
Number one, yes, he's like frail. Number two, he has 5 guys, background singers, that sing the lyrics. And he just like mumbles, Panama. It's horrific.
Okay, so
Seriously.
they all played in this?
No.
He's
It's
just saying
just
in
Journey.
general.
I'm just saying in
Oh,
general.
okay.
In general.
Well,
it's like Vince Neil, who literally can't get through a lyric. Same thing.
Well, at what point do you like when I went to go
stop performing?
Well, no, when I was at Vegas.
won't.
Yeah, until they
I went and
stop offering them
I
money.
saw Ron Isley, the Isley brothers, and he's like in his 80s or whatever. And it came a time where got out of breath a little bit, and he put the mic on, and we sang the song for him.
But when he sang, it was still good, right?
Yeah, when he sang.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with brothers. It's different.
He
The
ran out
brothers
of
keep
breath.
it. Yeah, the brothers keep the sound deep into their age. We don't. We can't.
No.
No. Mm-mm.
That high pitch.
Probably has something to do with all the cocaine those guys had. It probably has something to do with that. All the drugs and stuff. But it's
like Rick said.
David Lee Roth is
Cocaine
embarrassing.
is a hell of a drug.
David Lee Roth is horrific. It's you don't even want to look at it. It's bad.
Wow.
Towards the end, even the chairman of the board had to have like a teleprompter to read his own lyrics. Frank Sinatra, which is
Speaking of horrific and don't want to look at, we've just received a picture of the Jaguars kicker.
Oh God!
And so he did not get in that band to dress up like this, right?
No, this is from Jason Hamby, who I believe works in local news here. Yeah, Action Sports Jacks tweeted out, "What do we think about Cam Little's new look?" And he's at some J Fund event. He's got bleach blonde short hair, like Eminem circa 1998.
Yep.
He's got these black glasses that could or might not have even lenses in them whatsoever. And then he's got like a white coat with some of the black under. I don't know if I'm doing
not
it
a coat
justice.
because it doesn't go down to his waist. It like barely hits his waist. His coat,
But it's like very.
But
how would you
Metro.
describe this?
Metro.
Yeah.
Metro, yeah.
But he'll also hair color de jour you, because if you look at this was in the regular season and he had red hair, and then you go to the video with the schedule release where Trevor was faking the haircut. He pops into the facility and it's jet black hair.
So much hair talk at the
it's
stadium.
it's like an attention getter. I mean, he looks like.
Did Mike Hollis ever do this?
Maybe he's got the cardinal hair because it's Arkansas, the nod to Arkansas. Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe.
Don't make excuses.
Like the question was, what do we think of Cam Little's new look? I don't care. You know what I think of Cam Little right now? He missed a 54-yard field goal. That's what I think of Cam Little.
That part.
Yeah.
That's all. That's the only thing I remember about him right now. I don't care that he has the longest field goal in NFL history. I don't care about he's been very good for this franchise for 2 years. I care that he missed that field goal.
Now, Leon, as a offensive tackle, a gladiator, what do you think about if your kicker was walking around suited and booted like?
Well, he's drawing too much attention to himself, okay? Because, but I do have a fond respect for kickers now. I had one of the all-time best in my locker room.
Good.
Called him Big Little Pun.
Yeah,
that's Mike Hollis.
Little Pun.
You were the first one to welcome a kicker into the circle.
Absolutely, into the circle. This right here, not welcome.
Yeah.
Mike would never do this. Matter of fact, he needs to be mentored by Mike. Because Mike would never work.
You would not
Mike
invite
would
him
never.
to Club Nate?
No, Club Nate never.
Well, I
He would
wonder
never
if
get invited.
Scobes would like. Did we ever see Josh Scobie change his hair color?
I don't think so.
You know who would?
Louisiana man?
Lambo.
Yeah,
Lambo with
maybe.
all of his hats.
He might. You're right. He might. That's a
And-
good point.
So,
although he did graduate from Texas A&M, maybe not. Maybe not.
But wasn't Lambo? He wore those fedoras. Remember?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I remember
Yes.
the
Now
fedoras.
Which is
that you say that,
very
yes.
like outlandish. It's a loud thing.
Yeah.
You're the fedora guy.
Let's at least do this with a that since you just brought up Lambo.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
From Brett McMurphy, On 3 was one of the guys who put it out as far as the lawsuit that was going on between, not lawsuit, arbitration going on with Urban Meyer and his contract with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Brett putting it out just a little while ago, losing the arbitration argument is Urban Meyer over the 2021 firing with the Jags saving the Jaguars more than $30 million. That's according to.
So they're kind of even now after losing almost $30 million to that one cat who embezzled.
Yes.
Million from
Yeah, $22 million. Yeah.
So it's a wash.
So now it's 8 to the good.
8 to the good, really. Yeah.
8 to the good. Kind of like me at the roulette table the other night. I just wanted to come out on the top.
Did you play craps like I told you?
Yeah. Did both.
Fun as hell, right?
Oh, it's just a blast.
Yeah.
But you're just trying to figure out where to maneuver, where
how to even play.
Yeah.
But it's fun though, man, because you don't have to spend a lot of money. You just you got to pick your right spot. That's
right.
all.
And then I wanted to be this other guy, and they just every time he rolled the dice, he was producing winners, and they just kept going.
He was
Come
on a heater.
on, Joe! And I'm like, I can't be another Joe that gets up there after that Joe just did everything to make people money left and right. I was
You
at the
crapped
roulette
out your first roll. Didn't
I
you?
wasn't very well.
Change your name.
I would never throw the dice. But anyway, I'm at the roulette table, and there's a bunch of dudes that come in. They're hooting and hollering. They're having a good time, and Lebanese and just all fired up. Anyway, I've got, I don't know, $10 on red, something like that. And they come in.
Balling.
I was balling at that point because I had a bunch of other bets on the table, but I just had 10 on red, and they dropped $223. Okay, they even threw the 3 singles out there, $223, and they're like, "We're with you, man." Like, what? You better not go with me because I started to sag just a little bit at that point. Anyway, we're on red, man. We're right there with you. I said, all right, let's go. I'm getting fired up again. Nah, they took all of theirs. They took mine. And then they came back with another Benjamin and dropped it again. And I still had my 10 on that because I was quartering numbers, was making a little bit that way. But anyway, red was the table was bleeding black. It was not rolling red. Anyway, I watched those cats lose quite a bit. I had to stay away from it. All right, let's say hello to the quarterback whisperer. We will not stay away from him. We missed him for a couple of weeks. Let's say hello to him coming up on XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford, the station that keeps coming back for more. More Jaguars, more Gators, more sports talk for Jackson. 1010XL, when you want more.
Imagine this. You've got the burgers ready in a backyard full of guests. And folks, that's a strong lineup. But a clogged drain on a holiday, that can change everything in a hurry. Before kickoff, make sure your plumbing is ready to go. Call Duck Duck Rooter. They've got experience, honest pricing, and a team you can count on. And right now, get your main sewer line cleaned, plus a camera inspection for just $129. Outside cleanout is required because the only thing you want overflowing this weekend is that cooler. So when you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
Ace Carline here for Atlantic Infinity, and yes, I'm still loving my new QX60. Right now, you can lease one or lock in just 1.9% financing for 60 months, and every new Infinity comes with the Atlantic Infinity Promise. That's over $7,000 in added value. That's one of many reasons why I bought mine there. No pressure, no games, just a great experience. Make your next ride an Infinity from Atlantic Infinity. Visit AtlanticInfinity.com or the showroom near Atlantic and St. John's Bluff.
He's the former Jacksonville beat reporter, and he still knows your team well.
Oh, you don't say.
He's Pete Prisco, Thursday afternoons on The Frangie Show.
This I gotta see.
Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles on 1010XL.
Ready to put your dream car in drive? Get solid rates for the road ahead when you finance with First Florida Credit Union. Enjoy competitive low rates, up to 90 days of no payments, and budget-friendly protection plans. Whether you're buying a vehicle or refinancing, stop by a branch or apply online at firstflorida.org/autoloans. Membership eligibility required. Interest accrues during loan payment deferral period. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit firstflorida.org/autoloans.
Hi, folks. Frank Frangie for the farm at Okefenokee. My wife and I and a bunch of friends just got back from the farm, and we had an incredible experience. We toured the regenerative farm, as well as the beautiful handcrafted cabins, and were treated to a fantastic farm-to-table dinner created by Congreve and Penn. Man, was it good. Well, you can learn more at okefarm.com. That's okefarm.com. And even hear my interview with farm co-founder Doug Davis to learn even more about this amazing property. That's okefarm.com.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Frank Frangie here. When you're inside the Kuhn Flowers showroom, you'll find a wide array of gift ideas that will take care of any gift-giving situation. Spend a few minutes there and you'll see for yourself. That's Kuhn Flowers on Beach Boulevard.
Hey gang, Hicken here. Let's talk skin. It's May, which means the oven is on. It's also National Skin Cancer Awareness Month. Bottom line, take care of your skin. Protect it like your life depends on it because, well, it does. Use the sunscreen, wear the hat, put on the shirt. Keep yourself protected. To ensure your skin is in top-notch shape, you can always rely on my docs at Beaches Dermatology. Been going to them for years. And my skin thanks me for it. Book your appointment today at beachesdermatology.com.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. By now, everyone has heard about saving money on their energy bills. There are all sorts of things you can do to cut energy costs, but most people don't think about their windows.
But Window World knows that the biggest energy loss in almost every home is the windows. There is more energy loss from old builder-grade windows than just about anything else in your home.
You can upgrade your heating and air, your appliances, that's good too. But before you do all that, upgrade your windows to Window World's energy-efficient windows.
Window World's windows are easy to clean, energy efficient, and have the best guarantee in the business.
Window World's slogan is simply the best for less, and we mean it. You get great American-made windows, and you get to keep more of your money when you buy from Window World. Need any more reasons to buy your windows from Window World? Call them today and set up your free in-home estimate, or go online to windowworldneflorida.com.
Window World, simply the best for less.
Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. Former Magic coach Jamal Mosley has now found a new home as the New Orleans Pelicans are hiring him as the franchise's new head coach on a 5-year contract. Mosley accepts the Pelicans' job after 5 seasons in Orlando, where he guided the Magic to 3 consecutive playoff berths. Right now, 85 degrees at 102. Time and 10 brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the quarterback whisperer, Denny Thompson, driven by George Moore Chevrolet.
We got our dude, Denny Thompson, in the building. We haven't put eyes on him in a while. A lot has gone on. Personally and professionally in Denny's world. Denny, how you doing, bro?
I'm great, dude. Couldn't be better.
I feel like you just kind of need to give us a laundry list of what has happened.
Well, I don't even know when the last time I was in here was.
Well, I'm feeling like it was right around the draft.
Mm-hmm.
We may not have talked to you after Carson got drafted.
It was an interesting week because we had the draft that would ended up being Friday night, and then my son got married on Sunday.
Yeah, so that was the same weekend.
Same weekend.
So congratulations, round of applause for the
Yeah.
You ain't that old, bro.
Yeah, I'll be 50 this year.
Yeah, but how old is his young son?
24.
Golly.
24.
And Walker's how old?
Walker's 15.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's just unreal. 24. So the young son is 15.
Yeah.
My gosh.
I know.
That happened in a hurry.
I know. I mean, he was like 2 when I started here.
Yeah. Oh, all right. So good things in your world.
Yeah, man.
The wedding was nice, right?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Love the girl. Like everything was perfect.
Yeah. Like I battled between the 2 son-in-laws. They got the son-in-law power rankings. A lot of risk with those 2 cats. But the daughter-in-law, she's on top.
The daughter-in-law is already ahead of my two sons. Yeah. That's not even a battle. It's not even a fair fight.
Yeah. All right. So coming out of the draft, what was the chatter?
It was great. No, it was great. I mean, think Carson landed exactly where he wanted to land. Not where I thought he was going to go. I mean, it was a weird draft, but what a great situation. And he's out there with Gardner,
right?
So that helps as well. So it's just a really good situation out there for him. He's going to have a chance, I think.
And then I always wonder what kind of relationship do players have with guys who train them during the season? Is there much relationship as far as communication, what you're seeing? Do I need to work on mechanics, fundamentals? Or you just let that be done with off season?
It depends on the person,
Mhm.
right? It depends on the person. There's some people that, once they get to camp, they don't want to be touched.
Yeah.
So let me grind through. I think one of the things that's happened recently, though, Leon, is like we have, especially rotationally, figured out that season's a long season and those injuries start to like kind of stack up. And when you start to compensate for one injury, another injury pops up. So if we have a guy get banged up, we'll be on top of that pretty quickly. But at the pro level, man, these guys, they know their bodies so well. there ain't nothing we can tell them at that point. The hay's in the barn.
Okay, I think you undersold it, bro. He went to the best franchise he could have gone to. As far as like the ability to maybe play soon, right?
Yeah, I mean, I
Carson,
think so.
I'm saying, sorry.
Yeah,
Carson.
I think so. I mean, I think obviously, they've got weapons there. I think I think this was a different draft because you can look at the Jets and you can look at what they have offensively, and you can look at the Steelers and what they have off, and you can go, oh, there were some good quarterback needy teams this year. It wasn't like some of the past years where you're going and it's just depleted,
right?
But it was always one of those things where he was like, hey man, what's Arizona talking about? Always. I mean, obviously, you want to throw to those cats out there, and it's a great location.
Plus, the Steelers are not gonna pick him. That's just not what they do.
Well, they went Drew Aller,
the Jets,
so that's
and then the Jets,
kind of the
right, and then the Jets. You're looking at a franchise that is getting ready to change the coach again.
No.
So he was like the perfect spot, man.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying that there wasn't like you're sitting there going, there's a bunch of terrible spots.
No,
like
of course not. Right.
Like Cade Klubnik fell into a good situation for him.
Mm-hmm.
Drew Aller fell into a good situation because both those guys are going to have a chance to prove that they can be the future of that franchise.
Right. And in the case of Carson, the same exact thing. You could put three of those guys in the same pile, and I might put Carson over those other two, given the situation. Now, just mentioned they got receivers to throw to. Marv Harrison Jr. was a top 5 pick? I think he went 4th overall.
Yeah.
And remember, Helicopter Dad was getting on Kyler Murray saying he ain't throwing him the ball, and then Jacoby Brissett goes in there. All of a sudden, remember this, Leon? Dad gets happier because someone's finally funneling the football to his son the way quarterback. And so they want to get that Kyler Murray. I don't even know how you want to call it.
I mean, it is in their best interest for them to be right on this.
Yeah.
Right? Like, because I know that's an obvious statement, but when you look at next year's draft, like, they can be right on Carson and still have a top 10 pick.
Yeah.
They're not favored in a single game next year. Arizona's not. Yeah. So my only point is, like,
they're favored to have the number 1 pick again.
If you can go to next year's draft,
again,
if you can go to next year's draft and everybody thinks it's such a good quarterback draft, but you don't need a quarterback and you're still up in that top 5, you can make a franchise with that and trade. So, I think Carson's in a great place. And the other thing, I have extreme confidence in Carson just because I think he's a better prospect as a pro than he was as a college quarterback.
How's that?
The way he thinks about the game, the way he processes the game, the way he likes to play the game between the ears. He's a teacher of the game. Like, he loves it. He's a football savant. And in college, I think you're as a quarterback, you're kind of hindered by what you as a group have, right? And so if you have an above average group, but you have a guy who's, borderline genius in football, then he's still not getting to the top of his level, right? And so I think at the NFL level, there's a bunch of those guys around.
Right.
Like, everybody is very proficient at football. They're not just getting by on athleticism. And so I think him leaning into that and everybody being in the places they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be there. And even that goes for the defense. Like, the defenses are better. They're more structured. If you can identify what they're going to do, they're going to do what they're supposed to do.
Right.
There's not going to be a guy floating around. And I think Carson does really well in those type of situations.
Now, Denny, please explain to me the Todd Simpson and the Rams deal.
I don't have an explanation.
You don't have to because here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing that I believe, sincerely. If Carson wins that game to Indiana, he's a top 10 pick.
I 100% agree with you. 100% agree with you. Yep.
And I mean, that's the frustrating thing because, Todd Simmons, you're talking about a guy who's only had, 14 games experience?
Yeah, 15
games experience. And then you got Carson Beck, who's got a litany of victories on the road, Alabama, this, that, whatever. And I'm saying to myself, if you can't compare the two when it comes to notes. As far as I'm me.
No,
and
I agree.
And here's the case, I may be a little biased or whatever, but if he wins that game in Indiana, there's no way he's not a top 15.
You are a little biased.
Well, I'm just saying, if he wins that game.
Oh, I agree.
If you put Tyson Campbell's resume against Carson, come on, bro.
If he ends that game, because the game before he led a 2-minute drive and won the game, he does the same thing that Indiana game. Like, I think he's a shoo-in at top 15. A shoo-in.
I believe that.
So, but here's the reality of it: is the way he ended that game is the way he ended other games, and that that came back to bite him. The great thing for Carson is even if he would have been in top 15, to Matt's point, you still want to go to Arizona. That's your desired landing spot. So he's in Arizona, and now none of that stuff matters anymore.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
literally none of it. They don't care.
Reset button.
Yeah, they don't care anything about Georgia or Miami football in Arizona.
No.
All you got to do is win football games and be a good member of the community there in Phoenix, and you're good.
Well, he's also in a place where that quarterback room is very iffy.
Yeah, that's why that's the biggest plus right now.
Yeah, I mean,
and on top of that, Mike LaFleur.
Yes, he's got LaFleur. I'm a big I love Nate Hackett as an OC. Nate's there as well. So yeah, I mean it's a great situation. Gardner is, I don't know Jacoby at all. I've never met him, but Gardner is like Carson. He is very smart, right? And so I think that room probably pushes each other when it comes to film because all three of them are trying to get on a field, right? So it's ultimate competition. It sets up well. It sets up well.
But he clearly, I mean, again, he's probably competing with Gardner, right, at this point.
Well, I mean, I think the assumption is that Jacoby's coming back.
Right.
And
so
he's the starter.
Right.
So I don't know. I have no idea what that looks like.
But even still, that entire room, I look at that and I'm thinking, if he really plays well in camp, I mean, talking about the practice game in camp, if he really like balls out in camp, you're going to be like, all right, this dude's going to, number one, he's probably going to make the team. And number two, then what?
Right.
Then what?
Then you're a third round. He's going to make the team.
Right. No. I mean, like on the roster is what I mean. Yeah. So then what? Then you're literally a 2 or 3 game losing streak away from the guy going, all right, let's try it. Let's
yeah, and I think you want to know, right?
Yeah.
Like you want to know. You want a good sample size so that you can go into the next year's draft knowing do we need to draft a quarterback or do we have the guy there? I think that's your goal if you're Arizona with this, isn't it?
Yeah, that's my point. That's why I think he's in the perfect spot because at some point they're going to hit that 2 or 3 or 4 game losing streak. Then they're going to say, well, let's see what the kids got.
Their schedule's brutal.
So, like, the thing that jumps out to me more than anything else is brand new head coach with no preconceived notions of who is in charge of that room. And so Mike LaFleur comes in. The LaFleur name already has some cachet to it because of what brother Matt's been doing. And Matt, really, as soon as he became head coach in the National Football League, has been successful. And then you add the Nate Hackett quotient to Mike LaFleur, and they don't have any opinion on Jacoby Brissett more than what they saw last year. They're not invested in him.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think you guys are dead on. I mean, it's a great situation for all those reasons. Now it's just, go take advantage of the opportunity.
Yeah, can he take advantage of it?
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, so, yeah.
No, I'm just saying all you can ask for is opportunity. No
Yeah,
matter
that's
where you
right.
get drafted.
That's right. That's right.
That's what opportunity.
Yeah. I had a good buddy of mine that's a trainer tell me one time, and it's one of those things when you hear it, you don't know how wise it is. He said, but really all this football thing comes down to is how long are you saying I still got a chance?
Mm-hmm.
Because every year there's a certain amount of people that just isn't a thing anymore. And as long as you got a chance, and if you're at 25 years old and you still got a chance, you've made it.
Especially at that position.
Especially at that position.
Yeah, I mean, there's one.
So
That's it.
hard. Yep.
All right, let's bring up a couple of quarterback battles. There are at least some thoughts out there right now about who's going to lock down positions in the college football world. We'll do that with our quarterback whisperer, Denny Thompson. You guys can hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosure, 641-1010. Jump in. It is a Mocama Beer Company Monday.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford.
Real power lies in understanding.
The power of a shared goal. The power of Jacksonville Sports Radio. 1010XL.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership costs. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
The new MVP of lunch has arrived. Firehouse Subs Steak and Cheese Melt. USDA Choice Flame Seared Steak, sauteed red and green bell peppers, caramelized onions, melted provolone cheese, and mayo on a toasted sub roll. Steak and Cheese Melt only at Firehouse Subs.
When you want to know what's happening in Gainesville, roll with the Gator Report. I'm Joe C. Listen for updates on Florida Gator athletics several times a week on 1010XL. Built by Cash Building Material. Windows and doors done right.
It's Mike Dempsey. If you're thinking about a bathroom upgrade, maybe turning that old tub into a safer walk-in shower, check out 5-Star Bath Solutions. I shopped around, talked to several companies, and I chose 5-Star because their customer service was simply incredible. Responsive, honest, upfront about the entire project, and their pricing was even better than expected. When you're ready for a fresh look, better comfort, and a bathroom space you'll love using every day, schedule your free consultation at 5starbathsolutions.com and get the 5-Star experience.
Credit card interest rates are now over 29%. Most people are only making the minimum payments, so they're getting nowhere. Hey, Prosser here, but here's what many homeowners don't realize. Using the equity in your home, you can easily access hundreds of thousands in cash. With Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan, you can pay off your credit card, your existing HELOC, your car loans, or get money for that home improvement project. One client just got $100,000 approved and saved over $1,500 a month. Here's the best part. With Loan Pronto, you can do it all from your phone. With zero out-of-pocket, no hard credit pull up front, no appraisal, no long, drawn-out bank process, and no touching your first mortgage. Rates are at a near 3-year low. Act now. Go to loanpronto.com. See how much you can get in about 60 seconds. Loan Pronto, 2,800 5-star Google reviews. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold, silver, and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at over $5,000 per ounce, and silver is over $100 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold and silver for cash and get top dollar, or trade it in for a new piece and get even more at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Who played keyboards on the song Let It Be by the Beatles? The answer coming right up.
When your homeowner's insurance policy is up for renewal, it's a good idea to shop around to find a better plan. Southern Oak Insurance for over 20 years provides Floridians a clear option. SouthernOak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
He played a lot of keyboards on Beatles songs. Billy Preston played on Let It Be.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
I'm Chris Campione. Auto accidents can leave you feeling lost and overwhelmed. But at Campione Law, we're here to guide you with a personal touch through every step of the process. We don't get paid unless you get paid. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campion. Campion Law.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
You want it, that's the way you need it, any way you want it.
Mondays on XL Primetime, brought to you by Mokama. Check out their great craft in the tap room in Fernandina Beach.
We got the quarterback whisperer hanging out with us, Denny Thompson. We're talking ball, NFL, and college, and we were just talking about Carson Beck, homegrown right here, a Mandarin product, and then Georgia, Miami, and now an Arizona Cardinal. We'll see what happens with him. The schedule, I know you had to at least get a glimpse of the schedule for the Jags.
I did.
So we'll get a prediction from you on that coming up in just a little bit. You look like you got the haircut with Trevor too. Yeah. The chatter around a handful of college football jobs. And this is disgusting when we can bet on this stuff. But there are odds out there right now as to who will win.
Are there really?
Yes.
That's a thing?
It's unbelievably a thing.
I'm looking forward to this.
Like,
I want to hear these.
Clemson, as an example. You mentioned Kate Klubnik. He's gone. He had been a starter there for umpteen years, it seems like. And they've got odds, Christopher Vizina and Tate Reynolds. And they're basically even right now. Not a lot of difference. You get betting percentages that'll change it a little bit. But anyway, when you hear that, and then you hear the Bama job and the Tennessee job, George McIntyre, there was some that came out about George McIntyre. They said, if this dude doesn't improve, he's had an 8-week head start on the true freshman, and if he doesn't get it done, he is not going to get a shot. So
yeah,
it's out there.
We were just talking about taking advantage of opportunities, and I just don't know. I can't think of a better example than being a college football quarterback of that having to be your main trait, because you don't know when that opportunity is going to come, and you may get it one time.
Yeah.
Literally one time. And then it may be a wrap at that point. The portal is making this all very interesting too, because at some point as a football coach, you have to go, especially at these big schools we're talking about, you have to go, I have seen enough out of my young guys in practice who have not yet taken a snap that I'm not going to take that $4 million from my boosters and go get somebody that has taken a snap. Right. And I think that's a hard call to make when you're making $8, $9, $10 million as a head coach. Yeah. And so I like that we're having a lot of these quarterback battles of two guys that have come up through the system in a lot of these cases. And then even like the Florida one with Trammell and Aaron, you know, I think a lot of times people just assume that transfer is going to get the job. I like where this is going, that, okay, we may be paying this guy more than this guy, but the best guy is going to play.
No, if you're John Sumrall, who cares? He's got to win now.
Oh, yeah.
He's out there running around talking about winning now, and he wants to win.
But if you think that hadn't been happening the last couple of years in college football?
No, what I'm saying is he's playing the best quarterbacks, what I'm saying. He's not saying
what Denny's saying still is
but
true.
money still factors in.
I don't know, man.
I think if you're a head coach and you went to your boosters, and I don't know what I'm not even talking about Florida, but let's just say hypothetically you said $3 million gets us this quarterback, and you don't run him out there week one, the other kid better be significant.
It's what you've been talking about.
We also don't know. We also don't know what they paid Trammell Jones to stay.
No, I'm not talking about Florida. I'm saying in general.
Okay.
I think that's a little different situation because I don't know that the gap is that big. I'm just saying in all of these that we're talking about.
Financially, yes, I agree.
In all of these that we're talking about, like that was such a subject a couple years ago that seems to be kind of weeding its way out, because you also need to develop a young kid. Yeah. Like you need to. Otherwise, Miami is a little different thing, because Miami's willing to go, I don't care what it costs.
Yeah. They've done 3 in a row now,
right?
Of going out and purchasing.
Right. And it's worked for them. And I almost think their fan base expects that now. But at some point, even they are going to have to go, because you're not going to be able to recruit if you keep doing that. They're going to have to show somebody making progress up that depth chart.
Yeah. I'm fine with spending.
Yeah.
Of course you are.
That's not your money.
It's not my money. Absolutely.
Mario did say this would be the last year of them doing he claims, I don't believe him, but he claims that the quarterback room will be ready next year
because of that logic that you're applying.
But again, now think about that decision. So let's just hypothetically say that they go deep in the playoffs again, and all of a sudden their booster is sitting in Mario's office going, I got $10 million for this kid. And Mario's got to look at a kid behind him who's never taken a snap.
Right. And say, I got to give it. No, he won't do that. He'll take that $10 million.
I don't care what they say. It's so hard to do that.
Yeah, because these boosters now, I mean, they're GMs as long as they're spending money.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's an example. Notre Dame went through 3 guys, it feels like, that they would one and done. The Riley Leonards, the Sam Hartmans, these guys. And then they said, okay, we got to get a homegrown cat. C.J. Carr comes in, and now – it's at least his for a little while.
But to be fair, they had CJ redshirting while Riley Leonard played.
That's Denny's point.
Yeah, they made the move.
You better sign that cat and bring him in and give him a chance to develop and watch. Some, in the case of DJ Lagway, I argued all along, there's no way you're recruiting that dude to sit and watch. They needed him out there as quickly as possible.
I think there's
and they
exceptions
hurled him into the.
And I would put CJ in that exception. Yeah. CJ is exceptional. CJ is he's here now. He's in Jacksonville now. He is a franchise guy.
Okay.
And we've known CJ since he was in 10th grade, and you could see it then. And so I think there are definitely exceptions. I can think of 3 or 4 across the country right now where it's like, okay, when you recruited that guy, like you had to, one, promise him something and pay him. I'm not saying that's what happened to CJ.
Right.
But in a lot of these cases. But we seem to have kind of lost the whole high 3-star, low 4-star kid that just continues to develop and get better and better and better and finds himself there. Yeah. It's almost like that kid now has to go, Drew Mestamaker. He has to go to North Texas. He has to go to
3 different schools. Yeah.
Wherever to develop and be seen to almost want Miami to come get him to play at that point. So it's just been a little bit of a shift in recruiting that I think everybody's getting used to. But I would not be surprised if that's not the play. If you don't see more 4-stars going to Houston just signed the #1 kid.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's no more me's. I was a two-star
to an All-American.
Can't go to Miami no more. You got to go to all these little schools to be seen, to be taken
And if
by
you
Miami.
did go to Miami, now your career would really be in jeopardy. Like the smarter move, even if Miami wanted you, would be to go to Georgia Southern or something like that.
Because you'd never play.
And then let Miami come and get you after you've got film.
I think to Danny's point is you're going to see more of these 4 and maybe 5-star guys go to the lower power conferences.
Get some
not
reps.
SEC and Big Ten. They'll go to like a Big 12 school like Houston, or they'll go to an ACC school
and get reps.
Get reps like NC State. The kid at NC State.
Yep.
Another perfect example.
Yeah. CJ Bailey.
CJ.
CJ Bailey.
It's funny because it is a different
He
world.
ain't staying there long, by the way. He's got one more year, then he's going somewhere else.
He stayed there one more year than people thought.
Yeah, he did.
Look at Mensa. Look at Mensa's path.
Yeah. Mensa goes from Tulane, Duke, Miami. Yeah. And so, Ann got paid quite a bit, and then the school gets compensated. He's so good for someone else to poach him, which is just unbelievable. Now, what are you hearing? Just as a big picture recruiting, Mike Elko has now gotten his 5th 5-star.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's a dude from St. Thomas Aquinas.
lineman.
Yeah, he's Mark Matthews, big offensive tackle, 5-star, and it's just nuts.
He's got to be related to the Matthews, right?
I've spent a lot. Well, I mean, in some level, he's related to A. Matthews.
They all went to A&M. He's got to be related.
He's related to Corey Matthews.
I spent a lot of time at A&M.
I do love that.
In the last.
Then he's like, well, he is related to A. Matthews.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fact. He is related to
like
Matthews.
like the legendary Matthews. They all went to A&M.
Right. But on Elko, I've been at Texas A&M a lot over the last year and a half.
Yeah.
I've got 2 quarterbacks in that room, and went to a game there last year. He's the guy for that job.
I'm a Fighting Elko fan.
He is the dude for that job, and they are 1,000% bought into him there.
Yeah, he's a big
tomahawk to look.
He's a big tomahawk chop. He's just
okay. I'm going to give you a perfect example right here. Okay, let's say Marcel Reed leaves after this year. Okay, they do whatever they do. They get to the playoff. They lose the first round. They win a game. Whatever. Okay, whatever.
Yep.
They still have a very good roster there.
Yep.
He's recruiting really well. Okay. He comes back in 2027 with an opportunity to win a lot of games. Does he go to the kid from Cocoa, the young kid, or does he go into the portal and get a guy that he knows is going to win games?
You know the exceptions? That kid's an exception.
Okay.
That kid's an exception.
And then you're saying Reed's gone, and it's now you got to make
if he does. If he
if he leaves.
But if you're saying if he does,
you go to Brady Hart. So you're talking about. They got another
Brady
kid,
Hart,
Elon Morcos, there too, who is like a really good player too. But Brady. I would put Brady in that CJ Carr conversation. Like he is.
He slides right in.
He's a franchise guy. I would think so. I mean, I don't know. We haven't had that conversation.
But my point is that's the
decision
conversation decision that's at all these upper level power programs.
Yep. Yeah, and I think like if you can do it that way, if you can recruit, you can miss on quarterbacks. You just can't miss in back to back years. You got to hit, and then you're afforded a miss, possibly even a second, and then you got to hit again. Right? Like if you can just keep that going, you can be okay.
Yeah. So you need to bat 2 out of 3.
Like 1 out of 3.
Here's a great example.
1 out of 3.
If Luke Nickel was ready, they'd have played him.
Right.
Right. Instead, it's Derry Menza.
Right. I think Miami's a different bird though. I think Miami now is building an identity on. It is smart.
1-year mercenaries.
If you're a college quarterback right now and you're at a school that is not your dream school,
right?
What's your goal? Right. I want Miami to call me.
Yeah.
Or Indiana.
They call late. They pay the most.
I want my resume to be so good that they're the ones begging me to come play for them.
That's right.
Yeah.
And if Mario does, and any of these guys, if any of them do their job recruiting, then they make sure they got great offensive linemen. They make sure they got great defensive linemen. They got speeds, all that stuff. And then they just drop that quarterback in that pod.
That's right. Like, I think Miami is just so different like that. And the other thing they got going on with their fan base, and I love this, is they're not, Big Ten, SEC. Those fans don't care where you came from. They only care that you're there. Like there is no, but he came from Georgia or he came from Alabama. Like they don't care. Like the minute you walk in there, they're just like,
No, I
it's a
agree.
Miami fan.
I agree, but
You
I
know?
mean, look at Indiana's roster. They got their starter transfer, Josh Hoover, obviously. Their backup transfer, Grant Wilson, a kid from Old Dominion.
Yeah.
So
but
he's going transfer.
I get that Indiana just won a national championship. I get that, but you know, I still, when I talk about Miami and I talk about Indiana, I still feel like I'm talking about two completely different situations here.
Programs.
Historically, definitely. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, it like Cignetti's great and all that kind of stuff. But where can you do this for 4 or 5 years? Like,
right.
You got a really good quarterback last year, and you had some really good receivers, and Hoover's a great quarterback too. But let's not. And this is no knock on him at all. But
he's 27-2, man.
I got it. I got it. But let's.
You got to keep being 27-2.
That's right.
That's
right.
what Kirby's
What
done.
was exactly killing
What
it in
was
high
Urban?
school?
What was Saban?
Recruiting. You know, like the high school recruiting is not on the same level as the other elite
It's
programs.
not.
So
And
can
it's
he keep
not.
getting
Right.
guys from transfers? You know,
But that's his model. His model is.
But we know that that's
the,
hard to keep up. You know,
for some it is. Yeah.
FSU.
Yeah, I'm not throwing shade on it at all.
No, I know
Like,
you're not.
I mean, we have the whole room. Like,
But you
I love what
want
they do.
you want 2/3 recruiting, 1/3 portal, because that way you're constantly building and reproducing. You're reproducing talent.
I think it's getting closer to 50-50, man.
You do?
I really do. Yeah.
Okay, let's say. Okay, let me make my point this way. Let's say you're the starting quarterback at Oregon State right now, and you're the next hot thing. I don't even know who that is. I'm making this up.
DJU.
You think you think
Just
that
killed his
guy
argument.
like when he goes to bed at night and he's like, okay, I'm going to transfer. You think that Indiana and Miami come up in the same breath?
I do. Yeah. Considering what Cignetti's done and the money Indiana has, yeah, I think they do.
And I think
I don't think they do.
Really?
I think if you have gotten to a point where you have,
Wait, if you're talking about Bloomington or Miami,
Yeah.
Well, it's
like
part of
actual
it.
that
city,
is part of it.
It's part
It's
of
a
it.
huge part of it.
There's history. There's city. There's I don't know what Indiana's paying. Miami pays pretty well. I mean, it's a good standard of life down there.
And you were a blue blood. Now you got this part of it working as well, because the NIL has brought a lot into the party.
Yeah.
But if you have both, you have history, heritage, and then you also have
now those jokers come back and they do it again next year. It's a whole different thing.
I love Mario. You guys know that. All I'm saying is he's clearly found a formula. He made Curtis Rourke an elite quarterback, the kid from Ohio U.
Yeah.
So he knows what he's doing, and he's won 27 to 29 games. It's very hard to argue.
Again, I'm not saying anything bad about anybody there. They're amazing. It's just the fact that it's Indiana and Miami that we're talking about.
Right.
It's the great thing about college football right now is that we're even having this conversation.
So if they go to the semis and they lose in the semis, you think them and Miami are on even keel then?
Yeah, I mean, if he turns over a whole roster, loses the number 1 pick, and goes again, then yeah, man, like at that point, okay, then maybe we are talking about Kirby Smart, Nick Saban here.
Yeah.
And maybe he is getting ready to go on a generational run.
All right, Denny, good stuff as always.
Appreciate
the
it.
quarterback whisperer, we appreciate it. Congratulations on the
Thank
young
you.
son, all that stuff. Good stuff. It's XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by big #1 Duval Ford, the #1 place to buy your next vehicle. Choose your social channel. Twitter at 1010XL, Facebook at 1010XL, Instagram at 1010XL, TikTok at 1010XL, YouTube at 1010XL. 1010XL is there.
Tired of changing out bad sod year after year? Get it done right with Roundtree Sod. Big or small, they have it, and always supplied farm fresh. For a lush, legendary green lawn, call 7414-SOD for a free estimate. 7414-SOD.
Have you or someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI and all criminal offenses. I've been named the best DUI attorney in the state, and David has been named the best criminal defense lawyer in Jacksonville. In your battle with the justice system, there is only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645.
Hi, this is Dr. George Bari, an orthopedic surgeon who is fellowship trained in sports medicine. If you are a young athlete or a weekend warrior, I treat you with the care and expertise that is needed to diagnose and treat your injury. Come see me at Bari Orthopedics to get the care that you need.
Be sure and check out the expertise from Dr. George Bari and the entire staff at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
and follow Doc on Instagram at dr.georgebari.
Get this. Joey and me were supposed to go to this concert next week, right? But then something terrible happened. Joey was driving without a seatbelt. But he didn't wreck. No, he got pulled over. Now Joey has to pay for a seatbelt ticket instead of a concert ticket, and I have to go by myself. How lame is that? So Joey, if you're out there, you're an idiot. Wear your seatbelt or you'll get a ticket.
All across the country, cops are cracking down. Click it or ticket, day and night.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Calling all poker players. It's tournament time at Best Bet, and the action is hot. Kick off the month with a single-day stack $30,000 guarantee at Best Bet St. Augustine on May 3rd. Then take your chance at Orange Park with the $400 $40,000 guarantee Greater Orange Park Open on May 9th. Wrap it all up on Memorial Day weekend in Jacksonville with a $400 no-limit hold'em with 6 flights and $200,000 guarantee. See all the details at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Hacker here with an opportunity. Drop 40 pounds by the 4th. You can do it. I dropped my first 40 in 6 weeks. Hayes did it. Dempsey, Amber, and thousands of others have done it. 40 by the 4th. Awaken. 180weightloss.com.
You may not be able to control the air you breathe on the outside, but you certainly can on the inside of your home. Just call Florida Home AC and ask about the Remy Halo. It's the next generation of air quality technology. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. By now, everyone has heard about saving money on their energy bills. There are all sorts of things you can do to cut energy costs, but most people don't think about their windows.
But Window World knows that the biggest energy loss in almost every home is the windows. There is more energy loss from old builder-grade windows than just about anything else in your home.
You can upgrade your heating and air, your appliances. That's good too. But before you do all that, upgrade your windows to Window World's energy-efficient windows.
Window World's windows are easy to clean, energy efficient, and have the best guarantee in the business.
Window World's slogan is simply the best for less, and we mean it. You get great American-made windows, and you get to keep more of your money when you buy from Window World. Need any more reasons to buy your windows from Window World? Call them today and set up your free in-home estimate, or go online to windowworldneflorida.com.
Window
World, simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Now, the Monahan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
All right, my golden moment is Denny Thompson was just in the studio, and we asked him a question. How does Malachi Tony look
Off the
right
air.
now? Off the air.
Yeah.
And we said Peter Workish. He said yes. That's scary.
You're talking dirty to me, and I kind of like it.
Good God, they're going to be a
Peter
problem.
Warwick was a phenomenal player.
My favorite player in college football.
Absolutely
Ever.
phenomenal.
Because he was he was the true Swiss Army knife, the
was.
gadget toy. You could basically draw up any play down the field or around the line of scrimmage.
Here's what I like about Malachi Tony. I saw it on Instagram. He was training down south with Njigba. Only the offensive player of the year last year.
Yeah.
I like this kid already.
Yeah,
I'm excited about the season.
When everybody talks about Reggie Bush, honestly, when I used to watch Peter Work at FSU, it was just like you literally held your breath when he got that ball because you had no idea what was going to happen.
It's kind of wild. It shouldn't be lost on anybody that some of these guys, they just don't translate to the NFL. Reggie Bush was never a great sensation in the NFL. Obviously, Peter Warwick, it just didn't work.
He hurt his knee, too.
He got
That's what
hurt.
him. Yeah.
He wasn't able to come back, and just on and on and on. And
the Bengals, right?
They'll do that to any career.
Yeah,
Well,
there's that.
That era of Bengals.
Yeah, but it just sucks in a lot of ways that those guys that it doesn't transfer. It doesn't always guarantee success that you're going to be able to go to the next level. But a Percy Harvin at Florida, exact same guy you guys are talking about. If you have that type of cat, and if you have Malachi doing that type, like in other words, Shannon Dawson, the offensive coordinator for the Canes, can call any play,
anything,
any play.
Yes,
because he knows that he can jet sweep it, he can bubble screen it, he can go deep it,
he can be the quarterback.
Yeah,
well, he
can wildcat it. Yeah,
he also knows that Malachi is going to beat anyone in man coverage.
So yeah, it should that would be your golden moment. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's about as good as it gets, man. That's I want to go back to my golden moment is Carson Beck. I think he landed the perfect spot, and I'm glad we finally got Denny in here. I know he's busy, got a lot going on with his podcast built for more. But man, that dude landed in a perfect spot.
Yeah.
A perfect spot. And it's not to throw shade on Minshew, who we love, right? Or even Jacoby Brissett, who I think has played well in a difficult spot. But that's a wide open quarterback room.
Add up the years that Jacoby Brissett has been in the league, and he's acquitted himself nicely. He's a guy that
hasn't really won big.
No,
but
he
he's done enough.
He started in Indy, in New England, in Arizona, and I'm forgetting someplace because he has done a hell of a lot. My gold moment is with Indian heritage, born in England by way of Jacksonville. Aaron Rai went and won himself a Wanamaker Trophy. He lives right here on the First Coast. And so congrats, bro.
Nice.
We got to get him on the show.
Yeah, we should try.
Is he a PVB or where is he?
He's I would say, he probably is.
Or in betweener.
It's listed. It's funny. I don't know why this is the way it is, but some will be listed as Jacksonville, Florida, and others are listed as Ponte Vedra, Florida.
It's that little spot between the two.
Nance kept saying Ponte Vedra.
Yeah, I think he's AB.
Which, you think
he's AB?
What did you think about the people making fun of the iron covers? Is it a cheap move?
Look, if you are.
Is it a cheapskate move? And I was also like, okay, so he lives in Ponte Vedra, so maybe he moved to Ponte Vedra because he gets to use all of the PGA stuff for free.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, a lot of things are really, I kind of like this guy now.
But it's funny, like if you are a golfer, certain people get really hung up on if you have individual places to put your golf clubs in your bag. Drives certain people crazy.
Why?
Because they just, what the hell are you doing? Okay, let's keep the round going. Why do your irons have to go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? And so anyway, it drives certain people crazy. Iron covers would drive people crazy because they think it slows down the game. Now, forget about the fact that they just shanked one and they're over there trying to find it. They don't count that as lost time. They count you putting your golf club back in its proper spot.
The 4 seconds it takes to take an iron cover off.
And so I'm thinking,
but to be fair, he's got a caddy doing that. He's not doing it.
But I'm just thinking, this is like.
He claims he has it because when he was growing up, they didn't have a lot of money and he had to physically clean the irons, which everyone does. And he's like, so I want to keep them
Take
nice.
care of them.
Yeah, but it's like, well, you make millions and millions of dollars, bro.
I mean, the iron covers, do you got to unlock them or
Even
something?
before.
Is there a combination code on
No,
that?
you just rip them off. I agree with you. And the other thing is like Bryson DeChambeau was really cool when every club was the same length. But then when you miss the cut by 9 shots
really
or whatever,
stupid.
it ain't as cool. Every one of them has a name. It ain't as cool now. And so it's his world. He's right now the UCF of the golf world, okay? He is a national champion, or a Wanamaker man, PGA champion. So there you go. All right. The conversation we were just having, and it's this big picture thing that we're talking about in college football, and the fact that can Indiana keep it going? Can Kurt keep it going? Is Mario and Miami back to the point where they're an old school blue blood, and now they've kind of cracked the code with NIL, investment money, and working the portal perfectly. All things can be true. They can all work together. It's just a matter of figuring it out. All right, so let's just use the last little seg on the idea that the Big Ten meetings are when?
Right now.
Yeah.
Going on this week.
Oh, yeah. So starting
this week in LA.
Yeah. And so that 2014 model was already approved by the ACC.
They're probably going to be
everyone.
asking for
It's
48.
It's everyone.
this week.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's everyone other than the
Well,
SEC. Everybody's on board other than the SEC.
Right. So I think maybe the Big Ten's going to show up and go, you know what? Since the ACC voted for 24, let's vote for 24 more.
They'll come out and they'll say, this is what we support, what we've supported all along. The reality is this: when they first started this 2014 push, everybody might remember this. They were talking about 4 or 5 automatic bids for both the SEC and the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then when everybody else pushed back on that and they realized they weren't getting anything as recent as January of this year.
Mm-hmm.
January of this year was still the SEC, the Big 12, and the ACC, wanting 16, okay? Then they decided, wait, how do we get them on our side? Oh, here's what we can do. We can build another alliance. And how do we build that other alliance?
Well, it's
just like
cutthroat.
we did 4 years ago when we stabbed the Pac-12 in the back and killed them.
Right.
So how do we do that? Oh, we say we'll do all at large. So we'll do 24 teams all at large, right? So then the ACC hops on board, the Big 12 hops on board, and now it's just the SEC. So the SEC is looking at this any number of ways. Number one, they don't want to get rid of their championship game. Number two, they don't want to lose that money for the championship game, not only now, but in future years, because it can be a standalone
Creates
game.
a lot of-
They could sell it for a lot of money to like Netflix or Amazon or whoever, okay? So they don't want to do that. And there's no guarantee that these games that they're going to show, these new first-round games, And we went through them last week.
Right,
And it was
right.
Navy at Alabama and Syracuse against Arizona State in 2024. There's no way that you're going to get Netflix and Apple to pay the kind of money you think that you're going to get for those dog games. Not going to happen.
No.
So the SEC is looking at that, and the SEC is also looking at this. There's a history with the Big Ten. What if the Big Ten gets everybody on their side, and then once they get everybody in, all of a sudden they flip back and go, let's go to the 4 or 5 automatics for us in
Work
the
it back
SEC.
in.
Yes.
I noticed nowhere on that list was do it for the betterment of college football.
Right,
No,
of course.
negative.
Well, they'll say that this week. 100% they'll say that this week. But that's not what it is. That's not what it is.
Well, the SEC is no longer the bell at the ball, to be honest with you.
As far as on the
As
field, they're
far
not.
as the
Correct.
last 3 championships. So I think the Big Ten has this.
Don't do
Well,
that.
the difference
I'm
is
just saying they do.
See, this is the
Sankey's
SEC's
got
ultimate.
to take a back seat.
The SEC's ultimate trump card is their television viewers. Okay, it dwarfs everyone else, including the Big Ten.
The regular
they're-
season viewers.
Yes, it's not even.
by a mile.
It's not
Yeah.
even close. So they'll just say, "All right, we'll take our ball and go home. We'll
Yeah.
have our own playoff."
Yeah, that's always their out card. It's XL Primetime.
XL Primetime from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios. Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
There's no doubt that we were in good hands when our son's shoulder and hip issues were diagnosed quickly by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. No matter what your orthopedic issue is, let Southeast Orthopedic Specialists take a look. You'll be glad you did.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Homeowners, ready to let the sunshine in without letting your energy bills go up? At Renewal by Anderson, you've got 2 ways to save on new windows and doors this month. Take 20% off your entire window and door replacement project, or choose no money down, no payments, and no interest for 2 years. But this offer expires May 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Springtime is the perfect time to get your home organized. Hey, this is Lauren Brooks, and I love our closets from Closets by Design. They create custom storage systems designed around how you actually live. From closets and garages to entertainment centers, laundry rooms, and storage for any space and budget. Make an appointment to tour their showroom on Phillips Highway and get 40% off plus an extra 15% off reinstallation in 18 months special financing. Schedule your free consultation at 904-878-9393 or find them online, closetsbydesign.com.
Got a runner, a digger, a backyard escape artist. Lock it down with Superior Fence and Rail and keep those paws safe. Right now, get a free gate when you install 100 feet or more. That's right, a brand new fence and a free gate to match. More freedom for them, more peace of mind for you. Don't wait, this Safe Paws promo won't last. Call today or visit SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
SuperiorFenceandRail.com. Checkmate.
I'm Brendan Cecilia from Checkmate Coatings.
And I'm Chester, his adorable chessman sidekick.
There are 2 things you want to ask when getting a custom polymer garage floor coating. Will it be done right, and will it be priced right?
And just how charming is their mascot?
No. At Checkmate, our small specialized install teams follow a strict 29-point installation checklist
to ensure the highest quality results at a price you can afford.
A Checkmate polyaspartic floor can be customized in dozens of colors and sweeps up sparkling clean in just seconds.
No need to wear your shoes in the garage to avoid tracking dirt back into the house.
The quality you expect?
Check. A price that might surprise you.
Check. A floor you just can't wait to show your friends? Checkmate!
Transforming your floors, making them great. Checkmate.
Visit CheckmateCoatings.com. That's CheckmateCoatings.com.
The Jaguars Foundation is hosting an intimate evening of community and conversation at the Sports and Culture Speaker Series. Join us June 2nd and 3rd to hear exclusive perspectives from Jaguars leadership, including Mark Lamping, Tony Baselli, head coach Liam Cohen, and general manager James Gladstone, as they talk culture, leadership, and building a lasting legacy on and off the field. To be part of the conversation, visit jaguars.com/community/events.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Those crazy nights I do remember.
Mondays on XL Primetime, brought to you by Mokama. Check out their great craft in the tap room at Fernandina Beach.
So, as far as the Journey playlist that we put together.
By the way, real quick.
Today, JJ was firing them off.
I just got a random text. I get these all the time.
Right?
Shall we have dinner tonight?
I got one.
What'd you tell him?
It's like, how does this even happen? Seriously. Just random text. And then they go,
what do you
by
mean,
the way,
how?
we have a great loan for you.
Yeah. What do you mean, how? It's been going on forever. So here's the last one that I got. And
By the way, I got 442,000 the other day. I showed JJ. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's more than
you're
yours.
crushing me right now.
Yeah.
So this one,
You're
it says,
rich, man.
how come your number seems disconnected whenever I try?
I got
Did
that
you
one the other
block
day.
me? And like, delete. And then you're supposed to check not spam? Of course that's spam. Anyway, on that note.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnik Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
I'm sorry, Taylor.
I
had
did
to
think
vent.
you were about to say, and speaking of spam.
Right. Clearly not spam.
Oh, I had to vent, but I wasn't going to do the segue improperly.
Yeah, those spam texts are getting tricky now.
Yeah, they
They're
are.
getting smarter and smarter.
Yeah, and if they text me up for a beer, I might bite. Okay, I might
Hey,
bite.
it's Aaron Rai. I want to come on your show, but first I have a loan for you.
Yeah, exactly. But other than that, I'm not biting.
How's your car warranty going?
Yeah, exactly. All right, what is coming up?
Yeah, so we have D-Rock coming on with us today to chat. I'm sure you've all read it by now, the Devon Hamilton story, get into that a little bit and some other Jags news. So we'll do that, the Urban Meyer debacle as that continues on. I was on vacation all last week, so catching up right now. So we'll talk some schedule stuff with that since I wasn't here last week.
Yeah, and you guys got to do your schedule reveal as well. We did
do.
ours earlier today. But you like what you saw record-wise?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mine was, I think I ended up with 11 wins.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And
I'm
a
not-
tie because I couldn't pick the Bears or Jags.
I was going to say, I'm not going to tell you what I picked.
You went tie? Did you really?
Yeah,
Nice.
Bears. I don't
That's
blame
awesome.
you. All right, Taylor, sounds good.
Thanks, guys.
We will be listening. All right, so they're back at full strength. We're back at full strength, and they got D-Rock coming in a little bit later on. The news that Taylor was referring to, if you guys missed it, Urban, the arbitration, he didn't win. Jacksonville saved $30 million.
Nice.
Yeah, we
which is
say
pretty
8 in the good now after
Yeah.
the skimming off the top. So they're about 8 to the good.
Yeah, I think 8 to the good. Big Search, thanks for lunch, bro.
No problem.
He did it again. He's always bringing it. And JJ, did Matt win or lose?
Matt will be bringing the Tony D's pizza in, hopefully sooner rather than later.
Yeah,
We'll see.
He 4 golfers he picked, 3 of them missed the cut.
3 missed the cut.
Terrible.
And we even tried. Never mind. We tried to help. And you wanted to. Who
did?
Was
No,
this
he
Rory?
wanted
That was
to take
Rory. It was the first
which
one.
would have helped him.
Yeah, it would have helped him. But I was thinking this was not the Mike Weir draft. That was
No.
the Masters draft.
No, this is Aaron.
All right, we're thanks to Mokama Beer Company. Check them out. They are up there in Fernandina. You'll love the tap room or Mokama.com and go pick up some delicious local craft. Big Search, Matty, Joe C, and JJ Hill's coming up.
XL